In this video we are going to see the 8 tips coming directly from sleep experts to improve your sleep. Jeff Bezos recently said that he needs 8 hours of sleep every night, and he prioritizes sleep rather than working too many hours. He said that if you shortchange your sleep, you might get a couple of extra productive hours, but that productivity might be an illusion. Sleep plays an important role in all body and brain processes. Your brain, your arteries, your heart, your skin, your immunity, your mood, your muscle growth, and many more. Numerous studies have found that insufficient sleep increases a person's risk of developing serious medical conditions, including depression, cardiovascular disease, obesity, diabetes, and a lot more. Sleep hasn't been taken seriously enough, many people claiming not to have the time and saying I'll sleep when I'm dead. But scientists are now starting to agree that getting enough high-quality sleep may be as important to health and well-being as exercise and nutrition. So what are the tips from sleep experts to improve your sleep? Tip number 1 is to be more outside during the day. Our circadian rhythm is all the physical, mental, and behavioral changes that follow a 24-hour cycle. It is directly responding to the lights and to dark. When our eyes see light, it increases the production of cortisol, the hormone that awakens us. When it's becoming dark, our body produces more melatonin to make it easier to fall asleep. In the ancient ages, it was really easy to maintain a healthy circadian rhythm. Humans spent a lot of time outside, so they were in the light, especially the blue light from the sun, most of the day. And when it was dark, they didn't have bright lights or screens that prevented the melatonin from being liberated. Our modern world has made it difficult for the brain to know what time it is. We are often staying inside all day and behind out screens with blue lights in the evening, making it more difficult for our brain to know what time it is. This could lead to a chronic disruption of our circadian rhythm, and many more health problems to come. The best you can do for your sleep is to take more light during the day. The best light is the natural sunlight, which is the most important mechanism that helps sync our internal body clock to the outside world. Go outside early in the morning, take a walk, take the lights and the sunshine. The earlier you can be outside, the earlier and the better you will be able to sleep at night. Studies have shown that staying outside in the sun rays for around 15 to 30 minutes every morning increases the quality of the sleep. Moreover, try to spend more time outside during the day, go for a walk during lunch hour, go for long walks in the countryside on the weekends. The production of melatonin in the evening is very positively affected by light exposure during the day. 2. Less light in the evening. Melatonin is a hormone that your brain produces in response to darkness. The artificial blue light emitted by your electronic devices makes your body produce more daytime hormones, such as cortisol, and less melatonin. Under such conditions, your body isn't well prepared for a good night's sleep. Try to limit lights in the evening, especially blue lights from electronic devices that are the most damaging to your melatonin production. You can either stop all screens 90 minutes before bed, which is in my opinion the best way, or use a blue light blocker that blocks blue lights at a certain time of the day on your devices. There are even red glasses that are completely blocking all kinds of blue lights. 3. Know and respect your chronotype. Each individual has an internal clock, which is genetic. Some individuals consider themselves as early larks, meaning they function better when they go to sleep early and when they wake up early. Those early larks are really feeling like their best selves early in the morning and are considered morning people. They can accomplish their most important tasks early in the morning. On the other hand, there are night owls that thrive at nighttime. Those people feel more productive during the evening. You need to clearly identify what is your natural chronotype and try to the maximum to respect it, so your body and your brain functions better. At what time do you prefer to wake up? Are you more a 6 a.m. person or a 8 a.m. person? Or a 10 a.m. person? But that's more difficult to keep that in our modern society, except if you have a job that fits your chronotype. Once you identify your favorite time to wake up, try to wake up every day at that time, even on weekends. It's not good for your body to have a jet lag between your weeks and your weekends. Then you need to calculate the best moment for you to go to bed so that you can have enough sleep and wake up at your favorite time. If you are an early bird, do not stay awake until midnight to watch your favorite Netflix show. Go to bed whenever you feel it's the right time for your body. You would probably feel better by sleeping early and having more precious time during the morning. Let's say you are a night owl and hate early mornings. Don't try to wake up at 5 because you think it's the only way to succeed. You would be better off doing all your important tasks when you feel it's better for you, and then have enough sleep. You just need to fit you 7 to 9 hours of sleep, whatever it is you truly need, in the best way that fits your preference about night and day activities. 4. Avoid caffeine afternoon. Everyone enjoys a nice cup of coffee after lunch, however, caffeine takes a very long time to be eliminated by your body. As you can see, this graph shows how much caffeine is still in your body several hours after your last cup. Half-life of caffeine is around 6 hours, meaning that after 6 hours, half of the caffeine is still present in your body. If you take a last cup at 2 p.m., at bedtime you will still have around 30 to 40% of caffeine from that cup. Why exactly does caffeine disturb our sleep? Adenosine is a molecule that builds up in our brains during the day, and that is produced even more during evening. This molecule makes us relaxed and even sleepy. Caffeine can fit on adenosine receptors because of its similar structure with adenosine. So adenosine doesn't get properly metabolized and prevents you to feel sleepy as you should feel. You don't know that your body and your brain actually need a rest and need to recover, because you artificially don't feel the sleepiness. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine shared some insights about the effect of caffeine on sleep. Participants were given caffeine at various times before bedtime, and their sleep was measured with a sleep monitor. Participants that had caffeine from 6 hours before bedtime, they lost 1 hour of sleep, but they didn't realize it and thought they had well slept. 5. Limit or avoid alcohol consumption. Many people think alcohol helps them to sleep, whereas alcohol is only sedating them. Alcohol helps us fall asleep, but it's not real benefic sleep. It doesn't allow the body to get into deep repair. Sleep, especially the REM phase when dreams occur, is when memories get cemented into our minds. Alcohol blocks REM sleep, and as a result, drinking can make you forget new information, even if the drinking happens days after the learning took place. An experiment took place with Professor Matthew Walker, where 3 groups of students were asked to learn some new information. Group 1 drinking 3 ounces of vodka on the first night after learning, Group 2 drinking 3 ounces of vodka on the third night, and Group 3 didn't drinking alcohol at all. They were tested days later, and Group 1 forgot 50% of what they learned, Group 2, 40%. This shows that even little drinks a few days after learning something new can have a real impact on your life. If you are trying to be better at your job, you should consider stopping or really limiting your alcohol intake. 6. Lower your room temperature. Our circadian rhythm also controls our body temperature. It's called thermoregulation. When it's time for your body to sleep, your body temperature drops automatically. If your room temperature is too high, it is quite a challenge for your body to get its temperature lower, and therefore get into the state of deep sleep. The ideal room temperature is shown to be around 19 degrees Celsius. 7. Do nothing stressful before bedtime. Have you ever watched a thriller just before bedtime? Or had a conversation with someone that stressed you out at 10 p.m., and then you were unable to relax? You probably had enough melatonin and adenosine to fall asleep, but your brain liberated other hormones, vigilance hormones, like cortisol and histamine, that prevented you from feeling the sleepiness. A stress, whether it's positive or negative, not only increases the levels of cortisol in your body, but it also increases your body temperature, which we saw earlier needs to be going down before bedtime. The best way to avoid this is to control all your activities before you slip into your sheets. Don't look at your various social networks, don't watch anything too sad or too stressful. If you can control what gets in your mind, you will be much more peaceful every night and will be able to immerse yourself in a wonderful sleep. 8. Prepare next day in advance. A main reason why people find themselves thinking and thinking again and unable to fall asleep is when they didn't clearly prepare the next day. They are trying to prepare their to-do list in the worst moment. I need to do this tomorrow, and then that, I must not forget to call XYZ, and they are generating more stress, vigilance, and preventing sleepiness to fully take its place. During the evening, prepare your clothes for the next day. Make a to-do list of all the things you will need to do the day after. You can even plan your whole week in advance on Sundays, so you are well prepared and relaxed. That's it for this video. I hope it was helpful. I wish you a very nice day and a very nice sleep tonight. If you liked this video, please subscribe. I will be talking about many subjects around money, mind and health. Level up.